Matilda Djerf, she's someone since the second that I found her Instagram. I actually remember when I found her Instagram, this is so dramatic, but I was scrolling on the explore page, she came up, I checked her page out and I was like, I don't know, I just felt this sense of like comfort and comfortability in her outfits, but still like feeling casual and cute, and she still had something unique about them, and it just wasn't like anything that I was really following at the time. I was very into maximalist fashion and patterns and very colorful pieces, and I still am, but I think she gave me a new outlook on having core pieces and playing with neutrals more and things like that. So anyway, since then I've really liked her style, and I've been wanting to do one of these for a really long time, since I started this series. She's actually been my most requested person to do for how to dress like blank, and so I'm very excited to be doing this finally. Like, since it's the beginning of summer, personally I lean on Matilda's style a lot during the summer to find inspiration, and I feel like she just does it really well. I love her style all year round, but I feel like her summer outfits, I just love her summer vibe in general. We're going to be talking about her all year round, her pieces that I feel like are very essential to her wardrobe and the things that she tends to wear a lot. Essentially, all in all, how to dress like Matilda Djerf if that is the vibe you're going for. And we're gonna put together a capsule wardrobe of some pieces that I think could be essential and helpful if you did want to get this vibe. And then at the end, we're going to put together some outfits from my own wardrobe, which I'm actually already wearing one of. This is a Djerf Avenue. This is their occasion top. I bought this for my birthday last year, and it's become one of my favorite tops, my go-to ones. So anyway, before we get to that, we're going to rewind a little.
I found a few articles that I thought were really great insight into Matilda's style and how she puts together outfits and things, so I want to share those really quickly. The first one is from fashionmagazine.com, and they start off by saying that Matilda is basically considered the face of popular Gen Z aesthetics like clean girl, coastal, grandmother, and Scandi girl aesthetics. And in the interview, Matilda actually mentions that her approach to fashion is always with comfort in mind, and she loves mixing feminine with masculine styles and focusing on versatile basics and then mixing in special vintage items. Describes Scandinavian style as minimalistic, simple, sharp, and comfortable, with the quintessential pieces being denim, a white tee, and a blazer. And then she also believes in quality over quantity, and that investing in fewer but better items that can be styled with each other is what's best. In another article, it says that in true Scandi style, Matilda likes to keep the colors muted and monochrome for the most part. Think brown, white, gray, and navy, with pops of statement colors like pink, green, and blue. Her main quote was to build a wardrobe of perfect basics and then add jewelry. And she was also asked about how she builds her outfits, and she mentions that a lot of the time she'll build an outfit around a single piece of clothing, and that if you don't know what to wear, a tank top, t-shirt, or pair of perfectly tailored trousers are always reliable. And I agree.
So first off, her color palette is definitely neutral. So obviously tans, creams, whites, blacks, navies, grays. However, I have noticed that she tends to gravitate towards a few other colors as well, whether they're pops of colors in her outfits or just full on the pieces are these colors. Those are like a light pink, or pink in general, I feel like is a heavy factor in a lot of her outfits. And then also green, specifically like a light green or an army green. And then lastly, blue. And again, with the navy blue, but also like lighter blues, very pastel-y blues and pale blues. In terms of where to shop, obviously we have to start with Djerf Avenue, and that's if you want to get as close as possible to what Matilda wears. She wears Djerf Avenue a lot. Those are her core pieces. Obviously that's her brand, and I love them, and obviously that's the easiest way to get as close to these pieces that she wears as possible. However, I do think Djerf Avenue pieces and Matilda Djerf's vibe in general is very easily thriftable. I've personally had a lot of success thrifting pieces similar or inspired by and things like that. So yeah, thrift stores, eBay, Depop. I feel like I saw somewhere that she likes Vestiaire Collective, and that's like a resale site for more higher end pieces, which I personally love as well. But other than those, I will put a shoppable link of some pieces from every kind of price point. I'll try to do things that remind me of Matilda Djerf or Djerf Avenue pieces in general, in case that's helpful to you at all. In a podcast I was just watching of her on Breaking Beauty, she was actually mentioning how basically her style is all about comfort, because when she's comfortable, she feels more confident, and I loved that. She also emphasized that she believes in like building your wardrobe with key staple pieces that aren't like super trend focused or anything. I also think beyond those like core pieces that she wears and has and rewears constantly, I feel like she adds like a pop of personality and fun throughout her accessories and how she styles the pieces. And I think she has a lot of, like, from my point of view, a lot of 90s like influence in a lot of her pieces, and especially her accessories. Moving on to the capsule wardrobe, these are some pieces that I believe would be very helpful in having a wardrobe that emulates Matilda Djerf's style. So we're gonna start off with like her pieces that she said. Actually, in this podcast, she listed off her core pieces, and so I'm gonna read those first because that's exactly what I would have written if I was gonna do research. So obviously a blazer, and an oversized blazer at that. I think any color that is neutral, so black, white, cream, tan, striped, anything of that sort. And then next up we have the breezy shirt, or just basically a button-up shirt. So she said she wears hers at least every week. And to me, it looks like she mostly wears her white version of the breezy top, and I think a white one or a striped one, like a blue and white striped one, would be great. And we have suit pants, I think again in a neutral color palette, so black, gray, tan, or striped. She said a perfect pair of jeans. So whatever your perfect ideal pair of jeans are that make you feel the most confident, comfortable, whatever. I think a good pair of vintage Levi's. The 550s are my personal pair that I really like, but I think specifics on the jeans, I think more of a mid-rise, mid-wash kind of denim. It has a straighter cut is what I personally would just pick. If you were just gonna pick like one pair of jeans, I think that would be a great way to go about it. Next are like basic shirts, so t-shirts, tank tops, and long sleeve tees. So I would say staying safe within the neutrals of whites, blacks, and grays are perfect for spring and summer. Tube tops, although you can wear those all year round, definitely under like cardigans and jackets and stuff. But anyway, tube tops, I think in like a floral pattern, like a neutral, any kind, I think really. And then we have breezy pants. So basically just like a lounge pant that's loose and comfortable and lightweight, and then also that in a short. I think having it in like a light blue or a white would be great. Any color really, black, tan, gray, you know, all of that. But I personally think like a white or a blue pair would be perfect. And then so those were her staples that she mentioned. And then these are just things that I think would be really helpful in having in your wardrobe to kind of play around with, to add with those essentials essentially. I think a slip dress in a pretty color of like a pink or a green or a blue, some sort of fun color, I think would be a great option for a slip dress. You can find those vintage, you can find them anywhere really, but I think just a nice slip dress. It could be short or it could be a maxi or a midi. I think anything of that sort. We have some jackets. So I think leather jackets seem to be essential, especially within the past couple years. An oversized leather jacket would be great. You can find, again, vintage. I would say like a brown leather jacket for that. But also in terms of jackets, I think a moto leathery jacket or just a moto style jacket in general adds a lot of personality to an outfit. Especially with like the basic pieces. I love the style of just like a moto jacket. Then we have a maxi skirt. I think having like a fun colored maxi skirt would be great. So like a navy blue, green, pink, or even just a white one. I think you can kind of go any route with that and be good. In terms of like a cold weather coat, I think to play it safe and just like cover all bases would be just a basic gray or black wool coat
and slash or a trench coat.
Preferably longer, I think would be great. And then a staple sweater or cardigan, definitely more in like a neutral gray, white, tan, navy blue, cream, you know. And then also I've noticed she tends to be wearing a lot of like butterfly pieces lately, and I really love that. I think I love butterflies. Anything that you can find with butterfly patterns I think would be a fun addition to this, like, or even like one of the butterfly shaped tops or something like that. I don't know, I feel like it was kind of random to add this in there, but I just noticed it whenever I was looking back at her pictures, and I think it's super cute and would be awesome to have. We have shoes. I'm gonna go through some shoes I think are very much so staples to have, again, to go with these other pieces. But first off, ballet flats. I think those are essential. I think those are timeless. I love ballet flats, but she seemed to love them for a really long time. And so ballet flats definitely, I think in any color really, but especially like a black or a pink or a tan. And we also have slingbacks. I've noticed she's been wearing like the Chanel slingbacks, and I love those. And I actually have a dupe for those from ASOS that I'll link as well, but love those, a two-toned slingback. But again, I think more of a neutral. I think flip-flops are pretty essential. I think any color of flip-flop, but she tends to wear flip-flops a lot, and I love it. Whether she's at the beach or she's more dressed up and she pairs a flip-flop with it to kind of bring it down a notch, I think is awesome, but I think flip-flop definitely. I think some tall leather boots, whether they're black or they're tan, something like that. I notice that she wears a lot of, and I think those are definitely easily like thriftable online. But also kitten heels. She has, it looks like a collection that she styles like a lot of the Djerf Avenue photo shoots with, but she also wears a lot are kitten heels that are like vintage designer, and I love those. I've seen a ton on the Real, and you can get a really great deal on them there. But other than that, I've also seen some on ASOS that really like give that same vibe as well. But just kitten heels in general, and dainty ones at that, like more of like a strappy sandally one or like a pointed toe kind of kitten heel. And then lastly are the sneakers. So I think a classic sneaker like this Adidas one, or even like an all white New Balance, something of that sort. As far as bags go, it seems like she really gravitates towards a shoulder bag, so a little small shoulder bag or a bigger one, or like a way bigger one that holds a lot of things, but any sort of shoulder bag. I feel like I don't see her a lot in crossbodies, but especially like a vintage style kind of like mini shoulder bag. Then as for accessories, we have vintage style sunglasses, which kind of can mean like a whole array of things, but I think something of this nature would be ideal. I don't exactly know what you would call these, but I think that they complete the look and really give, again, that personality to a look filled with staples, you know? Thing I think is also really essential are cute hair accessories. I like, whether they're clips, whether they're like little floral pieces that are added into her hair, I think change the look. I really do think they add to a look. And I think something like that, definitely, again, with like butterflies would be really cool in them, or flowers, or the clips that are in the shape of a flower, something like that. Or like the floral rosettes that you can wear in your hair, pin them to any outfit that you're wearing, something like that. Matilda seems to not really wear a lot of like chunky in your face jewelry. I've kind of noticed that she wears more dainty, delicate pieces, and especially like delicate necklaces or a simple pair of earrings. And this is like majority of the time is what I mean. Like here and there I'll see like a more statement pair of earrings or something, but I think for the day-to-day, more dainty, delicate jewelry is the way to go. Again, just like an easy pair of hoops that you can throw in, maybe some delicate like gold bangles of some sort, or like bracelets. I couldn't think of the word, bracelets. And then if you wanted to do rings, I think again, just easygoing, straightforward, pretty rings that look kind of like this. Lastly, a robe. I think like a floral robe or some sort of cute robe. Of course, the Djerf Avenue robes are so cute, but it seems like she is in her robe a lot, and I think that that would be perfect for that vibe, and to really feel like Matilda style going on in your life. And so I personally have had my eye on the Summer Berries robe for quite a while, but I just love them. Anyway, so those are all of the pieces that I think would be really helpful and useful to have and give you that same vibe. And now we are going to go into the last section of this where I'm going to put together some outfits inspired by Matilda Djerf from my own closet.
Okay, I opted out of showing my Djerf Ave pieces just because I thought that was like cheating. I wanted it to be like, you know, dupes for it if you are not grabbing Djerf Avenue for whatever reason. So this top I thrifted. It's one of my favorites, super oversized, but I like throwing the, you know, the rolls up the side. And anyway, these pants are from Old Navy. I think they're a really good linen pant that are like a loungy pant. Kind of do remind me of the breezy pant from Djerf Avenue, but I really like those. This bag is from Cezanne, and then these shoes are the ones I mentioned earlier for the Chanel dupes from ASOS. And then this one is a more going out kind of feel. I chose to pair this purse. It's like a Bottega dupe basically, and I love it. I thrifted it a while ago with this thrifted blazer, and then this dress is from the Find Me Now label, and I love it. It's like mesh. It's really nice for the summertime, and I wanted to find like a kind of more fitted dress to wear with something. I feel like Matilda wears a lot of that, and I think any sort of like midi to maxi fitted dress like this with a blazer, I just felt very in that realm of Matilda's style. And then the shoes are thrifted, little pointed toe heels or kin heel kind of things. And then lastly, we have this outfit with my little denim maxi skirt that I made in a recent video. And then the same top from the before, because this essentially all of her style is really about these basic pieces that you can rewear in different ways. And I love that about a button up top in general. I feel like that's been my go-to lately also, but I do need to take in the skirt. It should be a little bit more fitted, but I think just any sort of maxi skirt, a denim maxi skirt is also something I didn't mention in the video because I don't think it's like that necessary, but I do think it could be helpful too in styling it with this, and then with tall boots because that seems to be a common factor.
This is my last look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I loved making this. This is one of my favorites because I've been wanting to do it for so long, and I love Matilda so much, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know, as always, who you'd like to see next down below. I know I have a list still. I haven't forgotten the ones you guys have told me. They're on the list, so they're coming. And like I said, I linked all of the things that remind me of this kind of style down below in case you want to check them out. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Subscribe if you're not already also, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.